Will you lose your ambition and drive after drinking ayahuasca? And it's actually a very common fear that people have, that they don't want to end up a spiritual hippie just sitting under a tree, meditating all day, playing guitar and saying, oh, I'm just all love and light, money is bad, society is bad. And if that is you, then this video is for you. And this was very important to me as well when drinking ayahuasca. And the first person I drank ayahuasca with was a very successful business person. And that gave me a certain level of security and trust going into it. And he's actually one of the few people I met in my life who had life, or different aspects of life, figured out on a very high level. And his presence in my life has been very impactful, so I'm very thankful for him. So there are different observations that I have when observing people after they drink ayahuasca. And the first one is they become more ambitious. In a way, their fire is reignited. They find out the deeper purpose behind why they do what they do. And a good example for that is Aaron Rodgers, who, after being more than 10 years in the league and drinking ayahuasca, he won back-to-back MVPs because he really knew why he was doing it, why he loved the game so much, and it helped him become a better player drinking ayahuasca. And it's not just, football is a very aggressive sport. It's also stories about boxers, fighters, all that kind of stuff. So in a lot of ways, people will become even more ambitious if it's really connected to the person that they want to be. There's also another example that I love seeing is Jared Adams. He's a multiple 8-figure entrepreneur, and he went on his plant medicine journey, and now he's building businesses, helping other people create purpose-driven businesses. And I think that's so amazing to see that now he's not about the Lambo life, but also seeing how he has a beautiful wife and a kid now as well. And now he's ambitious, but he's ambitious for different reasons. Not because wanting to flaunt the luxury items that he can afford, but because he wants to have a positive impact on the world, because he wants to provide for his family. So the motivation behind why he's doing what he's doing has changed, but his ambition has not, and he's very successful at what he does. So what I do notice in myself and other people as well, that the motivation behind it changes. Do you just want to keep being a hockey player because your dad wanted to be a hockey player? Or do you find a different motivation behind it? Do you want to keep building your business and become very successful to prove to your ex how much of a badass you are? Do you want to keep making money or become very successful because you want those luxury items, drive the Lambo? Or why did you want to have the Lambo in the first place? And really looking into those aspects as well. So after your ayahuasca ceremony, you might notice that what used to motivate you doesn't motivate you anymore. A lot of times when also things are outside motivations, you will feel a lot of pressure to do it, a lot of resistance to it. But if you find a deeper reason, something that comes from within, it will become a lot easier doing the tasks because it's coming from within and it's not something that is put outside of you. And it doesn't mean that you will give up on your dream of becoming a hockey player, but it's good to recheck that. Hey, do I want to actually put so much energy and effort into becoming a hockey player? What does it really give me? Do I love the game? And hockey is an example, but it can be so many different things. And what is it for you? Also, it is true. In certain regards, you might lose a little bit of work ethic, and that also can be very healthy. For example, looking at your health. If you're working 80 hours a week and you're neglecting your health, what consequences is that going to have? What cost will that also have? What are you gonna miss out on in the future if you really pay the price with your health for the success that you have? So maybe it's even good to take a step back. Or you work 80 hours and you don't have time for your partner, for your kids. I mean, what impact is that going to create in your life? How will your kids grow up not having a present parent? How will your partner feel when you're never available? So it's also good to sometimes more is not always the answer, and maybe even find a way to be more effective at work. And a lot of times work can be also a coping mechanism because we don't want to deal with certain things which are going on in our lives. And ayahuasca helps us resolve those things And you might even notice yourself like, hey, I can build a better business just working 30 hours or 40 hours because now I can trust other people. I can delegate a certain task. I can bring their input so much better into the whole picture as well. And you're not needed 80 hours anymore. And that gives you time to focus on your health, to focus on your family, things that are really important to your soul and to your life as well. And this is a realization that you will make for yourself. It's not that the shaman will say it and you will listen to it and that's why you will change your life. But maybe you see the consequences of the health choices you make, of the neglect of your family, and you're like, no, I don't really want that and I want to find a better way. Also, what I observed that a lot of people are inspired to really create. And there was somebody who went to a plant medicine ceremony, and after that he felt inspired to write a blog. And to this day, he still ranks #1 on Google for that search term and makes about $10,000 a month from it. So just like also showing what's really powerful when you're in that creation mindset, when you're not doing things to compare or whatever, but really because it's coming from inside and you want to express yourself, how powerful of an impact that can have on your life and on others' lives as well. So as a summary, you will most likely re-question your motivation, maybe even rearrange some values in your life, putting a bigger focus on family, on health as well. But also you will be more inspired, and you're also going to really look at what is connected to my heart, to my soul, and because of that have most likely an even higher ambition after drinking ayahuasca once you really find out your purpose, your drive, what is the thing that ignites your soul. And if this interests you, then I invite you to join one of our ayahuasca retreats or an ayahuasca retreat somewhere else around the world. And if you have questions around this, feel free to write them in the comments, like this video so more people get access to it, and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.